Hey guys, welcome back to the Gamer Hole. We have a new addition. If you guys recall, we've had ZeChum on the show, and now he's part of the show.
It's me.
Perfect. It's ZeChum.
Good morning,
That's Z-
everybody.
ZeChum.
Get it right.
CHUM chum. He's here now, and he's here to stay. Get used to
Here
it.
to stay.
I'm very excited.
I'm really glad that Aqua's just eating a cookie.
It's breakfast time.
It's breakfast.
Sorry.
It's a gamer breakfast.
It's a gamer breakfast, just a freaking cookie.
Man, I've been eating so many holiday cookies. Like every time I walk by my kitchen, we've got this like tin of just Christmas cookies.
Are they like homemade or?
Oh,
you
Oh
bought?
yeah, they're all
Mowing
homemade.
tin of the. Oh, okay, never mind. Homemade.
No, I've been mowing.
You know
them
they have
down,
that.
Man.
You guys like crumbly cookies?
Depends what I'm
What?
drinking it with. Like a coffee? Yeah.
Crumbly cookies.
A
Cookies
crumbly
that
cookie?
crumble and are dry.
Yeah.
No.
If you're having a coffee, yeah, with it.
You dunk in
you
your coffee?
get like a little like British biscuit if you're drinking coffee, man.
Okay.
But like I hate crumbly cookies. That shit belongs in the deepest pits of hell. And yet that's pretty much like that's what Mexico sells. Like apparently crumbly cookies are the only cookies here. I haven't had a cookie in years. Like why not? What about that soft, gooey, fresh baked cookie goodness? Instead it's just like you bite it, it's just like dust on your shirt.
It's time to move back to the U.S.
Yeah.
You
I've had a lot of
can't
issues in
even
Mexico
get a
recently,
fucking
man.
cookie.
He got there and he went to go get a cookie and he's like, I've made a horrible fucking mistake.
I'm not a huge
Just
cookie
while
guy. It's
holding
all
the
right.
cookie, like the cookie crumbles all over him. Ugh, made a horrible decision. Well, that sucks, Decky.
It's all right.
I've never even experienced a crumbly cookie. You know,
Oh, they have crumbly cookies in
They're
the
like,
US.
yeah, they're kind of like biscuits, kind of. They're just like really
It's
dry.
not. It's just a dry cookie. I mean,
Yeah.
you go to your store, you buy Chips Ahoy chewy cookies, but if you don't get the chewy kind, you get usually a pretty dry cookie.
Yeah.
You bite it, it's like
fuck Chips
at
Ahoy.
least, I don't know Aqua what they do up in New York City with their goddamn chewy cookies.
We have
But,
the best cookies.
Clearly so.
We have cookies that'll give you immediate diabetes.
As he
Yeah,
shoves the
amazing.
cookie in his mouth.
There's this place called Levain Cookie. Yeah. That was rude. I'm sorry. They have cookies this big. They're gooey. It's like a little cake.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And if you eat one of them, like I got this chocolate one once, I went into shock after. Like I could actually feel the I don't have any like lack of insulin or anything. But when I ate this cookie, I actually physically felt ill after.
Ooh,
I
sign
think,
me
that's, I
up.
think that's just from eating a big ass cookie, Aqua.
It was a lot. Oh man, it was good though. It's a lot of sugar. And then I ran around in my apartment.
I can't do like I don't know how you can eat like cookies and sugary iced coffee in the morning. I just want to like throw
There's
up
no
if I-
sugar in here, just a little milk.
If I even think about anything like sugar wise in the morning, I want to just vomit. I can't do it.
The morning's the only time I want sugar. That's
I'm
weird.
a salt and pepper guy. Like salt more than sweet. But like, it doesn't matter what time of day it is. I'll eat anything. I'll eat a steak for breakfast. Or candy. Like, I don't know. Put it all inside me. It doesn't
Nice.
matter.
As long as
Good.
there's not any
I mean, I
salt.
don't eat anything, so let's be real about
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
But out of the few things I do eat, it doesn't matter what time of day it is.
I was gonna
I'll
say,
wake up and
says
make
the
a
guy.
big bowl of like ramen.
That's brave.
All right, Decky, go scrape the sauce off your pizza. you Fucking lunatic.
So,
But yeah. I saw you on stream the other day. Or no, it was Twitter.
Yeah, it's on
his
Twitter,
picture
you-
of pizza. He was RPing as a normal guy on Twitter. I saw that, Decky. He had this like picture of pizza and some beer, like, classic combo. This is gonna be great. And I was just like, You better scrape that sauce and cheese off that pizza. I'll be watching.
I eat pizza and drink beer just like everybody else. Becky.
That was the worst part, though. It was literally right outside of the frame of the picture. There's just a massive pile of napkins of like the rest of the pizza that I had already peeled off.
Right after you had your way with it. You're like the Dr. Frankenstein of food.
Just an abomination.
It's like this pizza, like
It's
got like stitches in it, and it's like sewn back together.
That poor pizza.
Did I tell you guys about my fish that I killed on accident?
You mentioned that there had been some death in the fish family. Yeah,
about the devastation of my fish tank. I had this really cool like planted fish tank where you buy you get like substrate and like gravel to go over it, and you plant like a carpet of like lush green I don't know, plant. Had some like driftwood in there and some cool rocks, and it was all beautiful. It was like one of those YouTube videos of
how many gallons we talking about, ZeChum?
It's like a tiny 5-gallon.
This big?
Like that.
Oh, smaller. Okay.
Yeah, smaller, and it
5
had
gallons in that size.
Yeah, had like a cool light on it. Had real growing plants in it, and I had like all the pH levels, and I had like a test kit for it. It was great. I loved my little fish tank. I had like these 5 little like minnows in it, and they'd been doing great, and I needed to clean the tank. It was time to clean it. So I went online. I found this I found some like fish expert online who was like, don't
can never trust them.
It was like, don't clean your fucking tank with chemicals, idiot. Your fish will die. And I'm like, that makes sense. Yeah, don't use like Clorox or whatever, right? And you're fucking fish. Duh. And he was like, use salt instead. Like when you clean the tank out. I was ready to redo the whole tank, like the whole layout and everything. I was gonna regrow everything. It had been like almost a year. And so I cleaned it all out. I put the fish in a little bowl off to the side, and I use salt, and I scrub out the fish tank with just salt and water, and I rinse it out like crazy. I plant all the new stuff. I let it sit for a day. I move the fish back in. I wake up yesterday or the day before that, and all the fish are fucking dead. And I'm like, man, good thing I used that salt. Thank God.
I'm sorry.
So I went to go flush them down the toilet, and now every time I go to the bathroom, all I can think about is
you poor fish.
Man.
All these dead fucking fish in my toilet.
You kill them and then defecate on them, ZeChum. The lack of respect.
That's exactly. Every time I go to the bathroom, I'm like, oh shit.
Sorry about your fish. Wait, did you get all the salt out? Are those freshwater fish?
Yeah,
did you force freshwater fish to be saltwater fish?
I rinsed that tank out like crazy. I checked the pH levels, the ammonia and nitrate levels. Everything was golden. And I was like, these guys are going to love this place. They didn't
you think it was the salt washing, or did you just have wrong temperature water or some shit?
No, the water was perfect. I think the salt was just lingering or something.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was enough. Maybe it was in the
They were
filter
super
a bit or something.
Fish.
Yeah.
Well, if there's that sensitive to salt, can I go to a lake and just kill the entire lake?
They must
Maybe.
have been. There must have been some residual salt in that tank.
Could you imagine? There's the news for Mexico or whatever talks about some lake that just all the fish died, and we all have to yell at Decky for
There's
it.
a great exodus of fish just in this this pond by some local Mexican neighborhood.
For some reason, there's security cam footage of Decky with his
Some
mullet
dude
and
with
mustache.
A mullet, leaned
Yeah.
over it with
Just dumping salt into a lake.
Just at night vision with glowing eyes. That'd be good.
Any information, please call this grainy photo of Decky.
I'm just saying, if residual salt on like his tank killed a 5-gallon tank, then I mean, it doesn't seem like it'd be that much for a small lake.
I rinsed
That's some
that shit
sound
out.
logic.
I don't know.
That's some sound logic, Decky. I don't know, ZeChum. It just sounds like your fish are a bunch of. No offense.
Yeah, they weren't that strong. Yeah, it's okay. The next generation of ZeChum's fish will be so much stronger. I was thinking of moving the tank back there so that my stream could
Yeah, definitely.
keep an
Is it
eye
gonna
on
pick
them.
up the sound?
I might do
like
I might do like a second camera and just
That'd
like
be cool.
attach it
I
to
had
the
a-
glass or something.
I had a camera on my my habanero plant. It died after like 2 weeks.
Hot like the pepper?
Yeah.
You're growing peppers?
Yeah, it was sick. For like 2 weeks, every day you would hop on, you would see the leaves like it moved and like something.
cool,
The peppers
yeah.
got a little bit bigger. And then I also looked up an expert on habanero plants
Habanero
online,
expert, yeah.
and he was like, "You really want to strain it to make them spicy." And I was all like, "Strain it? All right, so like, I don't water it for an extended period of time." Like, yeah, that's what he said. He's like, "Don't water it for like a couple of days at a time, then give it a tiny bit just to get a little taste of water." And then I was like, "All right," and so like I was straining it. My entire stream was like,
Torturing
"Your
his
plant's
fucking
dying!
plant.
Your plant's dying, Decky!" And I was all like, "No, I'm straining it. It's getting spicy." And then it died. Yeah, it really died.
Decky tortured his fucking plant to death. He made it
Starve.
beg for water till it died.
Yeah,
And
it's
he
funny.
He live streamed it.
Me and Sam used to have this baby, and we looked up this baby expert online. Said to not feed it for a while. So.
It's
Yeah.
to give it strength to build character.
Yeah, toughen them up. No, I'm
Yeah.
kidding. That was a bad joke. I'm sorry.
I did get a full batch of peppers out of it, and they were great. So it was worth it.
Were they spicy?
Yeah.
They were very spicy.
You
I don't know
why?
how spicy would have been if I hadn't stressed it that much, but I imagine they were quite a bit spicier.
Nice.
Hey, that guy might have been right. You know, He could have had some spicy
He never
peppers.
told me the outcome. He's like, "You get spicy peppers, you just kill your plant."
Yeah, that sounds cool. I want to grow a plant, especially one that you could get some nice spicy little peppers from, little peps.
Actually, like a very, very good time with it for those couple of weeks. It was very exciting. I would always get like excited, wake up, come in my room, and be like, "Oh, what's going on?" Give him a little spray here or there, touch him here, yeah, and like it was a lot of fun. I was like, man, who would have known a plant could be this fun?
Caress
Yeah.
them.
I wanna have a
whisper
garden.
to them.
That's what I want. Mm-hmm.
Did you play the music at nighttime so that way they'd grow better?
No.
Would've lived if you
Beethoven to
did
make
that.
sure he's super like sophisticated.
Yeah.
Yeah, growing your own shit, man, makes it like so much more rewarding when you consume it. You know?
Made me feel really old too.
Yeah, it makes
Who the
it
fuck
feels
gets enjoyment
good.
out of growing a plant? Yeah.
we grew eggplants last whatever growing season is. I don't know this shit. I'm not a farmer. Last time we grew something, we grew eggplants. Katie made like eggplant parm with it. That was the most delicious shit I've ever eaten in my life because I was like, I grew those
did that,
eggplants.
yeah.
You know what the best part about eggplant parm though is?
What, Aqua?
You can't taste the eggplant at all. It's just bready
Yeah, it's
cheese
like,
and sauce.
you can imagine it's meat, and it's it's fantastic.
Honestly, I made this discovery. I prefer eggplant parm over chicken parm now. 100%. Yeah. But that does sound really nice.
Yeah.
I didn't mean to rain on your eggplant parade, ZeChum.
No, I'm a big fan of the tastelessness of eggplants. I could live forever off. You could a single eggplant a day diet. I could
honestly in parm you could put anything in there. You'd never know. It just tastes like the cheese and the meat.
You bite into this like breaded disc shape.
Yeah, you can put your dead fish in there and eat those. You'd never know. Human meat.
This eggplant parm's really nice tonight, honey. What is that?
Salty though. Sorry. I'm being kind of a dick today. It's hard to do anything special this year.
Yeah.
Ever hear of video games?
You ever heard of this thing called Discord? I might be on there for a little bit.
Last year, I didn't tell my family, but I thought during Christmas time, because I haven't been to the U.S. in years, and I was all like, you know what, next year, I might go up and see them. Never mind. Nope, not happening. Maybe next year.
I might grace them with my presence. It's been like 6 years. Like, our son, we miss our son.
This is funny. I was like, you know what, I'll try and make it happen. And then, never mind.
Yep.
That's not your fault, though. You tried.
No, I just thought it was funny.
Yeah.
I think we should mention, because it's been a little while, we should talk about Decky's wardrobe change. Since he's now known for his new wardrobes. For every new game that comes out, he has to completely change his lifestyle and wardrobe.
Well, yeah, that's true. So I started back in August. Like we had the in the gamer hole had a couple of episodes when I was in my airliner cockpit for flight sim, and I lived in that for like a month, sweating to death because it was all made out of styrofoam and it was a nightmare. And then right after that, Star Wars Squadrons came out, and I thought it was going to be huge. It died in like 2 weeks, but I had actually built a full-size A-wing starfighter inside of my room. But that one, I didn't just wear like a short-sleeve button-up shirt. I wore like a full-on coverall outfit and a helmet for 2.5 weeks, and that was even hotter. And then this time I was all like, Cyberpunk, baby, it's going to be big. But I couldn't really build a cyberpunk city in my house, so I was all like, who's the greatest cyberpunk character of all time? It's got to be Hacker Man from Kung Fury, even though that's more like 80s vibe than cyberpunk shit. So I went all out, dude. I got the power glove, we got the jacket, and then like I needed a couple of more months on the hair, but yeah, we went all out with the mullet game. So
oh, that looks good.
That's what that's the gross mustache, the glasses, and the entire wardrobe's change. And at first I was like, I'll just do it for a couple of days and then we'll just like get a short haircut. But now I'm like,
dude, rock it.
Keeping the mullet, man. Yeah. I'm living with it.
Decky, I've never seen you look so good. I've never seen anyone look this good.
I've never been more attracted to somebody, Decky, than I am right now.
It's really Solly's Discord picture is actually you.
He came out. I was like, "What the hell is this?"
He always does that.
He does that. One time he messaged me.
It's them.
Yeah, he
messaged me. You messaging me, Decky. That always happens.
He did that with Omid's picture. I thought it was Omid. I had like a 2-minute conversation with him, like text back and forth. I think it was like 5 times.
Yeah.
And then I was like, wait, this is Solly, not fucking Omid.
Dude, same. I thought I was talking to you for like literally 15 minutes last night, Decky. He was like, oh, dude, like, we should get on some DayZ, maybe some Tarkov sometime. And I was like, fuck yeah. Like, I'm down to I'm down to game with Solly too, but I thought it was you.
I'm never going to ask you to play DayZ, goddamn. I love DayZ, but I'm not going to invite anybody into that misery.
Well, you're much more considerate. Solly, I'm sorry. You're going to be editing. That was just a joke.
I'm fucking done editing this shit.
Yeah, this is where it cuts off.
Last time I invite you to play games with me.
No, Solly, I can't wait to play. I just thought it was Decky asking me at first.
Namalsk is really fun, though.
I've been meaning to try DayZ out again. It's been a while.
I got to get in there.
The last time
I'm actually... Yeah.
The last time I played like modded DayZ, and every time I'd go to join a server, it was like, you're missing this content. Please make sure you download this. And I'd go back, I'd download it. I'd try to get back in a server. I'd wait like 15 minutes. I'd finally get in, and it would be like, something package is missing. You can't join the server without it. And I'd go back, get it, and it would go like that for like 2 hours. All my friends are all like, just fucking join. Come on, come play.
Yeah.
Are you not using a launcher like DZSA?
No, yeah, I am. It just
okay. I thought you were like just clicking on like off the in-game list. I was like, no, God.
Yeah.
That's funny. General Sam's video opened with that exact same
I think it's
scenario.
a universal experience, man, of everybody just like trying to play modded. And I almost just gave up and was like, I'm gonna go just play normal fucking vanilla, normal ass DayZ.
Don't do that either. Don't do that.
Don't do that, God.
I mean, last time I played DayZ was with Becky had his big server that he was building his thing, and it took me like 2 hours to get all the stuff downloaded and fixing it. And then I logged onto the server, and I was like, "Oh, I know where his base is. I'll run to the base." So I died like twice trying to get to his base. Then the third time I spawned way the fuck away, and I was like, "Fuck it, I'm just gonna run and see how far I can get." I made it all the way there after like an hour of running or whatever, because it's DayZ. And then I fucking die on his doorsteps, bleeding out or whatever. Because one of the people he was playing with, Annie, wouldn't let me in the base. I was like, Annie, can you let me in? I need food or something like that.
He's like bleeding on the doorstep, like just crying for help. And I don't fucking know this guy, man. I'm not letting him in.
There are a lot of bad guys.
There was a lot of stream snipers. Yeah, there's a lot of stream snipers, so I get it. But
really,
did you give up after that, Kings?
Oh, I gave up. I died. I was like, okay, I give up.
I remember I logged on there like some guy Kings tried to get in. I was like, he was here?
Yeah,
like,
I
died
dropped everything
outside
on your doorstep.
I mean,
But
yeah,
DayZ
he's dead.
DayZ did come out where there was a community-made mod, Namalsk, which was like, or Namalisk, I don't fucking know, which was a super dope snow map from back on DayZ mod. And I played on it a ton back in like 2012, and like some guy's been working on this for years, and he finally released it, and it's actually super cool. I only played it one day because I wasn't gonna put my guys making them watch DayZ, but instead of just running through the forest for like 3 hours, now you run through the snow for like 3 hours and freeze to death.
Yeah, and there's bears.
Yeah, there's a lot of polar bears or something. I never ran into one. But yeah, it's very exciting. The map's actually cool for the little bit I played.
Nice.
I would like to try that.
Standards.
Yeah, I'd like to play DayZ and not just have it be 45 minutes of me running to a trader zone, gearing up, leaving and dying, and then doing it again.
Can I ask you guys a really pertinent question, actually?
Mm-hmm.
Why are like 90% of post-apocalyptic survival games set in Russia?
Yeah, I've noticed that too.
It's weird.
Yeah.
Dead Side, DayZ, Escape from Tarkov. Sorry, I count really weird on my fingers. Dead Side, DayZ, Escape from Tarkov.
PUBG.
Everyone's staring at my hand.
That's a really weird way to count. Holy shit.
Yeah, I know. It's comfortable. Try it.
It's like
1,
a baseball
2,
counting.
3, 4, 5.
That's terrible.
It puts no strain on
I
your
never
hand.
can get my middle finger up, so I get
Exactly.
it. Like this one,
Exactly. Do it my way, Decky. Do it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Can't get my pinky up that much either, though.
Why not just start?
Oh,
I
you're,
can't
dude,
control
you're
my
even.
fingers.
I learned how to count in sign language, so I can't do that now.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
No.
Some weird. 1, 2,
Hey, no, not at all.
4.
1, 2, and then your 3's your thumb. And 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Oh, because you can hold it actually, get your middle
so
finger
it's
up,
6,
and
7,
then boom.
8, 9, 10.
Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4,
Nope.
5. What?
1, 2,
1,
3
2.
with your thumb. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Wait, what's 4?
4 is just 4. Thumb in. Yeah.
So wait, you have your thumb out for 3, and then you suck it back in and bring 4?
Yeah, you stick it back in for 4. Yeah.
Oh.
You know that scene in Inglourious Bastards where they figure out the guy's a fake Nazi because he counts
Oh,
like
yeah.
he counts like that instead of
Man, what would they think about Aqua?
I think
Aqua's
they
an
just-
alien.
They think he's just a fucking serial killer because he counts like this.
They would have captured me.
You play baseball? That's how you count in baseball.
I did, but that's not why I count that way.
Too.
You could just blame it on that, man. It
In
sounds
baseball,
a lot
that's
cooler. I
too.
think.
Yeah, dude, I played varsity.
all the boys count
I almost
like this,
went pro.
man, huh?
I was an umpire. I was that fat guy who gets hit with the ball a lot in the back. That guy's a fucking tank. The umpire's always huge. What is that? He's just like
He's
"Ooh."
wearing equipment that makes him bigger. Like he has like pads on underneath in case the like foul ball hits him.
And to intimidate the players.
Yeah,
He's in charge.
Listen,
Yeah.
I'm the boss. All right, I'm the big guy. He's an absolute like the ump is always an absolute unit back there. It's true.
Why is he not called a referee?
Because why don't they count normally? I don't know.
Like every other sports, it's a referee, isn't it? Or do other sports
Most
have?
sports are refs, yeah.
I don't know a lot about sports. I didn't know if there's some weird thing for a ref in like basketball or something. Court master.
No, that's ref. I'm trying to think what there would be.
Court master.
Yeah, I wasn't a big sports guy.
You're kidding.
I remember.
You give off a very sporty vibe, ZeChum.
I remember once I went on this. I was in like high school. I went on this cruise, and I met this guy who was like a big lacrosse guy. And I was so impressed by him that I lied to him, and I was like, "Oh, me too, man. Yeah, I play lacrosse too." And he was like, "Oh, no way, dude. Holy shit. What position do you play?" And I was like, "Yeah."
Lie.
So where are you from? I didn't know any of the fucking. I don't play lacrosse.
Tito's like, man, this guy's so cool.
I'm like,
I
what
play
the fuck's
lacrosse too.
lacrosse?
Yeah.
How old were you?
I don't know, 16, 15. I don't know. I was just so impressed by this guy. He had like all the girls around him, and I was like, me too. And he
I
didn't,
can pretend.
he
Yeah.
didn't like
Me
question
too,
me. I'm lucky he
ladies.
didn't like question me past that. But his like later on in the cruise, I remember meeting his dad, and his dad was like, "Oh, you play lacrosse too?" And I was like, "Yeah." And he was like, "What position do you play?" And I was again like, "Uh-huh."
Where are you from? Yeah.
Where are you guys from?
I almost played lacrosse. I got all the pads, all the stick, the balls, all that shit, the helmet.
Oh, when
And
you
I
acquire
tried
the
out-
balls, that now you're getting serious, yeah.
Yeah. And I tried out and didn't make the team. And this was like a team that like you had to really try to not get on, I feel like. Or either that or like last minute I was like, I don't want to do it. I like saw someone get hit with the ball. Or like I picked up the ball, I was like, this is very heavy. I don't want to do this.
Lacrosse is some sort of like ancient fucking sport where they use like concrete fucking balls. I don't understand.
Yeah.
I don't know why anybody would subject themselves to that sport.
Well, Decky actually
Played
played,
lacrosse,
right?
Okay, that's who.
Yeah, Decky played.
Yeah,
Decky's
dude,
the guy
I played
that
for like
beat
2
on
years,
people.
man. I had a mullet back then too. Hanging out of the back of my helmet.
I can see
I
that.
was terrible. I was terrible. Yeah, they just used me to penalty guys and go in the timeout box. Like that was it. The coach, he like set me aside early, like right after we had done tryouts. He's like, "You suck." He's all like, "I'll put you in, and you just go and hit some guys. Hit their biggest player. They won't expect it coming from a little dude like you." He's like, "You're gonna get timed out, but at least you get to play for a little bit." I was like, "All right."
The enforcer.
I love that story. Just always in the box. Hey, do you guys want to see something cool?
Sure.
Yeah.
Alexa, turn on the lights.
Cool. Oh,
Wow.
whoa. Alexa, turn on the office lights. She's in the other room, so you gotta kind of speak to her.
So I gotta talk about this. I see your Hue bridge back there, ZeChum.
Do you?
Are we talking Phillips Hues over there for you, Aqua?
Yeah.
Listen up, Phillips Hue. Fuck you, man. Your lights are fucking bright. I mean, are like dim as shit. So like Black Friday rolls around, and they got some major deals on some Phillips Hue stuff over in Mexico, and I was like, I'm in, dude. I'm doing it. Smart light me, and I get it, and I buy a light for every light in my house, and then I like turn them on max brightness, and I'm like, I'm in a cave. This shit's dark, dude.
Yeah.
And I had it for like 3 days, and I sent that shit back. I was like, I'm not doing it. Like, it's just like.
Did you ever ask her to up the brightness to 100%?
Did it 100% on the app. If you talk to it, doesn't make it brighter.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, I was just making sure you didn't skip out on like trying to adjust the brightness. Like.
No, but the thing is, I'm a super bright light dude. I rep the 100-watt equivalent on everything I have, and in this room I got like 140-watt equivalent bulb, and so like, and those are like the equivalent of like 60. So like, if you're a normal person, I think a lot of people rep the 60-watt kind of equivalent for whatever they're using, but like, I'm just a bright dude. So like, it felt like it was like half the lightage for me, and I was like, I can't do it. And I was upset, man. I was so pumped. I was like, dude, I could be a real gamer boy. I can have all these cool lights. It'll be sick, especially for Cyberpunk. And then, nah. But just nothing it was not bright. Some other guy was all like, well, you're technically supposed to have like 5 or 6 lights per room to like make it like actually appropriate brightness. And I'm like, there's one thing hanging from the ceiling.
Yeah, shut up, you light head.
So are you guys super bright light boys? Have you noticed that they are not very bright?
Yes.
I'm going to tell you guys the secret to this that Mr. Phillips Hue doesn't want you to know. And it's the only Phillips Hue product you should buy is the bridge. Past the bridge, go completely third party for your thing. Those LED strips, those are $10 LED strips off eBay. Like, the controller for it is a third party. It's called like a Zigbee controller, and you connect like the red, green, blue, and ground cable into it, and that controls via Philips Hue. Those things go super bright. I mean, the sun's pointing at them right now, and you can still see like the blue on the wall. So
that integrates with the bridge.
Yeah. Yeah, just go third party. That's the secret. Fuck Mr. Phillips Hue. He doesn't know what he's doing over there.
Dim ass lights.
It's like when Thomas Edison stole the light bulb from that other guy.
That we don't know the name of.
Yeah, or whoever. I don't know. That guy that like talked to birds or some shit. That crazy guy.
That old geezer.
Yeah. This is the first time I've had coffee in a long time. I'm going to be in trouble in probably 45 minutes.
Really?
Yeah, I haven't had coffee in years. I just wanted to...
In trouble, like you're going to be really hyper? Or like you're going to shit your pants?
I'm thinking like intestinal trouble. Yeah.
It'll be like every time Aqua talks to me and then has to go to the bathroom.
That's really weird and true. Yeah. Whenever I talk to Kings about anything business related or serious, I get he's so intimidating. I get extremely nervous, and I just have to go to the bathroom in the middle of the conversation.
I just start shitting
every time. Yeah. He's like, okay, so you need to do this, and this. These people want, and I'm like, and I just poop. So
I wanted to feel you last night. You were talking about how you wanted to do this at like 11 a.m. so you could drink coffee and have like a morning vibe. And I thought about it and I was like, I bet that would feel pretty good. Just hanging out, drinking coffee, relaxing in the morning,
man.
Talking to the
boys.
boys.
Having a blast?
I'm going to have a blast in probably 45 minutes.
But ZeChum, as a gamer with a gamer's schedule, how does it feel being up at the crack of gamer
midnight.
dawn?
This is gamer midnight for me, man. I'm not awake for another 4 hours. It's 11:52 right now. I don't wake up till like 4 lately.
Oh God, that's so bad.
As you know, living in New York, like the sun goes down at like 4 o'clock.
Yeah.
It's dark out there at 4, and I can't. I wake up and I catch like that last glimpse of sunlight, that last beam of light, and I'm like, all right, goodbye.
It's gaming time.
My girlfriend comes home from work around 5. So I can lie to her and be like, yeah, I've been up since, I woke up at noon. And she's like, ew. And she doesn't know the truth, which is...
I just barely rolled out of bed.
Yeah, I stayed up till 6 a.m. playing Rust with a bunch of Australians. And then I rolled out of bed at 4 p.m.
Oh, God. Do you see the sun before you go to bed for a second?
No,
I bet you do.
Dude, I don't see it at all. I get zero sunlight.
Go to bed right before.
Yeah.
And get
Yeah,
wake
it's
up
horrible.
right after.
I hate it. This will be good for me. Being a guest on the... Sometimes I think you added me for my own mental health. You could tell I was really struggling, and you were like, let's bring him on. This guy's got to see some sunlight.
I figure, you know, I care about you. I get him on here at, like, early in the morning. What time did you go to bed last night? How many hours sleep did you get to make this thing?
Last night I was good. Last night I was sleeping by 4 a.m. But that's because I downed a lot of melatonin because I knew we had a big day today. But I
was up till 4 almost as well. Yeah.
I went to I was going to the doctor for my headaches recently, and she was like, we should do some blood work on you just because it's been a while since we did some blood work. We should just check it again, make sure nothing's changed. They do the blood work, everything comes back fine, except my vitamin D is like severely deficient. And she's like,
I wonder why.
And she's like, oh, your vitamin D is really low, and I was like, oh no, how could this happen? Like, I literally do not see the sun, like, for days at a time.
Do me a favor, go outside for like 10 minutes today. You'll feel better.
Look, if it makes you feel better, I'll tell you I will, but look, this is the most sunlight I've got in like a week, 2 weeks maybe. I'm like Decky's plant. I get stronger.
Straining it, yeah.
No sunlight, no water.
Yeah, this makes me a better streamer. This makes me a better Twitch streamer, a stronger Twitch streamer.
That's true. I always say you gotta dress for the job you want. Meaning, like, don't shower, don't see the sun.
You have to have
drink water.
You have to have the vitamin D levels for the job you want.
Yeah. You gotta RP as a gamer, and then you play better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So speaking of blood work, I'd mentioned it once before. And also in addition to my preparation for Cyberpunk, I was all like, all right, Cyberpunk is about, Cyberpunk cities, which is sick. I'm in. But I couldn't build a city in my house. So I was like, what else is Cyberpunk about? It's about having a robot part. And it's like, hell yeah, dude. So I started doing my research. And I told you guys I'd been wanting to get chipped. Well, I bought the chip. So it's an RFID/NFC chip that I get implanted in between my fingers on my thumb and in my index finger. So like I bought it like 2 weeks before the launch of Cyberpunk, and I was like, it'll ship down here in like a week because they were going to use like appropriate shipping and all this stuff. And I was like, I can get it implanted and I can be a proper like cyborg for Cyberpunk 2020 or 2077. And I was pumped, dude. Except the problem with that is I have like a major phobia of needles. Like anytime I ever go and get blood work done, like they got to bring like 3 nurses in to hold my arm still. Not because I'm like fighting them up, just because I'm like shaking too much.
Beating the shit out of the nurses.
And like I am terrified of shots. I have been like deathly ill, and they're like, we can fix you right up with a shot, or you can take this medicine for like 2 weeks and it'll slowly. I'm like, medicine, even though I'm just like sitting there dying. Like terribly afraid of needles, and this needle on this thing is massive. Because it's like this like injector, and it's got this thick ass needle that they literally like shoot the fucking the giant pill basically into your hand.
Yeah.
And I've watched so many videos trying to psych myself up for it. but it is terrifying.
Wait, Decky, if you go through with this, you're just gonna be a guy with a chip in his hand. Like, what is that gonna do?
And then I can clone my bus pass, my public bike pass, and so on and so forth into it, and then I can just put my hand up against it's useless. But I can just use that instead of.
It's cool as fuck, man. You go up to any RFID reader and you're like, tag me in.
Exactly.
Okay,
Exactly.
cool. Yeah, okay.
It's not a lot of utility, and it's more of an enthusiast thing. But I wanted to be a robot.
I mean, eventually they're gonna put it. Well, I don't know, but they could put your card chip into something like that. Eventually.
Yeah. And I can go to somebody's phone and put my hand against it, and it can bring up meatspin.com or something.
Yep.
But yeah, there's a bunch of little bullshit, but there's no real major functionality behind it besides just switching out some of your cards. But yeah, that needle thing is freaking me out. I don't have it in me because it's been stuck in customs for the past 2 weeks now. So I'm probably never gonna get it.
What is this thing? What is the?
I emailed them and they're like, we've had a couple of problems shipping to Mexico before, and I was all like. They're like, give it a little bit more time, then we'll try and ship another one. I'm like, well, it's not even worth it now. Cyberpunk's a failure.
You think it's kind of it's kind of ironic how so many people are like, the government wants to chip us. They wanna inject microchips in us, and Decky's like, fucking sign me up.
Exactly.
Get this shit to my house. Come on.
Yeah, why are people so afraid of the government? Okay, I get the government thing, but some people won't buy an Alexa, or they'll or they'll worry about their cell phone or whatever listening to them. What the fuck are you doing that you need to hide? You listen to me all you want. I don't give a shit. Are you kidding me? What are these people doing? Having just spy conversations with Russia? You're talking about fucking Westworld and what you're going to have for dinner. You absolute fucking idiot. Just like everyone else. Oh my God. It makes me so mad.
I get it.
What are you talking about?
I agree. But they're afraid of the slippery slope of it, right? You allow.
Sign me up for that slippery slope. I'm going head first.
Yeah, dude.
I get it.
All the time they're always like, "You want to give us, your background data to improve the AI?" I'm like, "Yes."
Thank God.
Let me help.
I say no to.
With Decky's thing, no reason to be. It's literally an RFID chip in your hand or some shit is. Where they could just put your medical records. Go for it. The chip's not gonna fucking do anything unless you power it when you press it against a field, and all it's gonna do is decrease your wait time in the ER when you're fucking bleeding out. There's no reason to be afraid of it, but
chip me up, baby.
Yeah,
I don't even mind
man.
needles. I don't fucking cut me open, chip me up. I don't give a shit.
They got some really gross things you can get, though. You can get, the top of your hand sliced open, and they can put, this big old, round one on the top of your hand, and it actually lights up if you get it next to a field. It's actually got the LEDs in there.
That's cool.
You see it light up in your hand type thing?
Yeah.
Nice.
That didn't have as much functionality, so I didn't get it, but...
My only issue is this area kind of creeps me. I don't even like it to touch that part of my hand for some reason.
It freaks me out too because if I do my hand, you can see a big ass vein in there. I'm like, they're gonna shove a massive needle that's gonna plunge a
play with it. I feel like I play with it a lot. Just roll it around and.
No, ZeChum. You ever hit your hand there on the corner or something? Oh, it hurts. It feels so bad. I don't like that.
Needs to be protected with a cool chip.
That's true. If you had a big hunk of metal in there.
Strong chip.
If it ever comes, I'll be sure and let you guys know how it goes.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to how that plays out.
Yeah.
I'm really looking forward to
that. Should we talk about Cyberpunk?
Yeah.
I mean, I haven't played, I have some opinions on it, but I haven't played it. I mean, I've watched Decky play and I've watched other people play it. Decky, I think, is the only one that streamed it so far. Have you played it, ZeChum? I don't know. I haven't talked to you about it.
So I wanted to get it and play it on stream, and the very first day I was gonna do it, I think was like a Rust wipe, or I had some sort of commitment to the fucking Australians in Rust to like Pastille
Same day as that big Rust patch,
and
I think.
Slush Puppy and everybody, and I was like, yeah, I promised you guys I'd play Rust. I'll play Rust. So I streamed Rust that day, and I didn't have time to like download Cyberpunk. I bought it like months before it came out, and I still haven't even downloaded it. And now I feel like it's too late because like everyone and their mother has like streamed Cyberpunk to the point that I feel like who wants to watch more Cyberpunk, you know? So I haven't even played it. I haven't even played it myself.
I didn't want to play it on stream. I was like, chat's gonna ruin it. They're all gonna be like, do this, and I was just like, I just want to like kill hookers and do stuff in my own time.
Run around
but
naked.
There's no games to play, so I was like, all right, I'll play it. I love it. It's great. It's broken as shit and it's messed up, but I'm having a real good time with it.
Right.
That's good.
Like I bought it and I have it I have it downloaded, but I haven't played it yet. I'm kind of like I'm not gonna stream it or anything, I don't think. But like I kind of am like, now that I saw how buggy it is, like maybe if I wait 2 weeks, it'll be in a lot better state. So I'll just wait
6
2 weeks.
a year.
Well, I won't wait that long, but like, you know, I might like
wait a couple to get some major patches out. But like my thing is for like anybody that was super gung ho about it. Yeah, go ahead, buy it, play it. For me, like I don't even like open world games. I don't like single player games, but I really like Cyberpunk shit. So like I was all like, I'm in. And I've really enjoyed it. But for other people that are like, maybe I should play it, or like, I don't know, like, is it going to be good? No, just wait. But like the narrative and the way that they tell the story, there's a ton of dialogue, but I feel like that's done super well. And that part, like, that's why I don't like single player games usually, is I just get bored and I'm like, I don't care about any of this. I feel like that part was done really well, but a lot of the open world aspects are real rough.
Yeah. The only reason I would be interested in playing it is for the bugs. And I feel like that window is rapidly closing. I just don't like that setting, right? So when I don't like cyberpunk dystopian future type setting. I just don't. So like when I found out that game is just like an RPG in that setting, I was like, it's not for me. I'm going to skip it. Because like I don't want to live in this world really without like, you know, and I just skipped it. I'm just not going to do it. And I wrote on Twitter, just really plainly and casually, I'm going to skip Cyberpunk. You know, just to let people, because a lot of people were like, are you going to play? Are you going to play? And I was like, no.
Right, naturally, yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to skip it. Like, no this or that about it. Like, and it started a war. People went insane on there, like just arguing with each other and shit.
Riot.
Yeah,
riot.
and like it was not my intention. I just wanted to let you know I didn't want to play. And like some people are like, "You are the messiah of." Didn't really say that, but they were like, "Yes, thank you. That game sucks." And I was like, "Well, I didn't really say that." Yeah. It's heated. One thing I will say though is I think it's crazy how hyped up that game was, and I think the people who like were expecting anything more than what it is are silly. Like, come on, what are you gonna do? Like,
there was over for it where people thought it was gonna be real. I was just like, it's gonna be an open world game with cyberpunk shit, and I was like, that's what I want. But people thought it was like this next revolutionary thing, was gonna change.
That's what
gaming.
I'm saying. Yeah.
By all means, I think the game should have actually been in working order when it came out, not filled with bugs. That's the only thing. Like, if it had been like that, it would have been like, this game's perfect. I'm in. I wasn't expecting to be some revolutionary thing, though. All the bugs and stuff, I don't consider that being overhyped. I think people should have expected at least a pretty complete product.
Yeah.
I was very shocked about how incomplete it was, though.
Yeah.
Like,
One of the big things that people complained about was the PlayStation 4 and Xbox 360 port.
Yeah, those were abysmal though. Did you see the footage of that guy driving down the street on the PS4 version, and all the buildings just look like big mud bricks.
Yeah.
Play-Doh,
I
yeah.
don't understand why they even launched it on PS4 and Xbox 360. Like,
I don't understand.
That's a little
I
confusing
understand they had to put
too.
this out for the holidays, but god damn.
yeah, they
Yeah.
should have done that. They should have just said it's not coming to that. It's only on next-gen consoles or whatever.
Wait another
Mm.
year.
Yeah. When they postponed it the first time, that was a dead giveaway. This is gonna be fucking buggy, you know, like a AAA title not like being postponed
Taking
like that.
like an extra 6 months to come out.
Mhm.
Yeah, we should have all known what was coming.
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe I don't know. Maybe I'll play it. Who knows? If I feel
Super
like it
gung-ho.
one day.
Yeah, wait a bit, ZeChum. Wait a bit.
Yeah.
Because like it's got there. You don't even get to go in any like flying cars. They have flying cars. Like trauma teams come in and pick up dead bodies and stuff in flying cars, and it's sick. You don't get
but
to fly
come
in
on,
it.
you can't trust like ordinary people to just fucking fly vehicles, you know?
I'm a cybernetic dude, hitman, bro. But like the main thing is that just irritates me is I got this big problem is like, you know, you walk by and civilians always will like bump into you. They're like, watch out, bro. And then like, I mean, I can't have them disrespect me like that.
So
I
you beat
gotta
the
kill
shit
him.
out of them, right?
Yeah, I gotta kill him. And that's why I've gotten nowhere in the game. Like every 5 minutes, a civilian says something to me, and I'm like, bitch. And then I gotta, and then 500 cops show up. The cops have like, you see their cars. They got some flying cars. They got driving cars. They got different cars. But when you commit a crime, the cops don't show up in cars. They just teleport right in front of you. Not because they have cybernetic implants. You just see them spawn in, and then they shoot you. Like they just spawn like 5 feet from you.
It's a feature.
And it's usually they spawn behind you so that you don't know it. But how half the time you spin around, you just see a dude just like step on in, or half the time he's like T-posing, and then he just shoots you, and you're like, what is this?
A bunch of cops
You're like,
coming at you like
What's
this.
the fun of committing crimes if you just cops are instantly here?
Even
In
Grand
addition,
Theft
it's
Auto.
okay because like they don't chase you. You walk like a block away and you're automatically lose like a 5-star rating. It's the cop system's super messed up.
That's so lame. In 2002, GTA 3,
Exactly.
at least the cop cars spawned around the corner or something, you know? Like, Jesus
I
Christ.
feel like GTA probably was more pivotal than Cyberpunk has been. Like the recent
Absolutely.
installment of GTA 5 is probably
Yeah.
more like game of
GTA
the
3,
century
dude.
award style thing than Cyberpunk has been.
Do you remember GTA 3 when that came out on the PlayStation 2?
Yeah.
That was
my
a
mind.
pivotal game changer. That was something. Can you remember
AI
that?
was definitely better in that, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
and
the game that my parents finally started understanding what ESRB ratings were. I'd be like, can I have this one? And they'd be like, okay. And the GameStop employee would be like, this game is rated M. And my dad would be like, okay, what? GTA time. Yay.
I used to like kill hookers in that game, and then like my mom would be sitting behind me in the living room, and I'd like look back like that, and then she'd be like,
That's
stomping on them on the sidewalk.
That's exactly how I discovered the hookers, because like it was like GTA 3 or San Andreas or one of them, and I remember like you could take the hooker like around the corner with you, and I was
oh man.
like,
How
I was
scandalous was that
I
when
was
you were
like, what's-
13 or whatever?
Yeah, I was like, what? So like she gets in the car, I drive around the corner, and the car starts going like bouncing on, and I look back, and my parents are like at the dining room table, and I'm like,
That was my first sexual experience. GTA 3.
That was the thing about Cyberpunk, though. Like, Cyberpunk, apparently in 2077, everybody's got implants, and the only like, industry is just sex. I have never seen so much. There's billboards, like, every 3 feet you go, but it's all just, like, tits, dildos, or like, bulges.
Cyber dildo.
Everywhere. I have been, like CD Projekt Red, you know, that you could fuck in The Witcher and other stuff. This is just like non-stop sex in your face. And I'm just like, holy shit. Like, I was shocked about how much like they shove it down your face in this. Like, I saw like how did Twitch even allow this? Because it's not, sex is the main focus of the game. Like, Twitch is like, you can have nudity if it's not the main focus of the game. And I'm like, nudity is the main focus of this game. Everywhere you go, there's tits in your face. And it's not like tits that are covered. You got nips out. I was like, wow.
I mean, they got to have something that makes you want to play the game.
That's just where we're moving as a society. That's all.
No, exactly.
When you can alter when you can like attach fucking robot arms and shit to your person, what is left for you other than the thrill of sex? Like,
I was just shocked that like they got away with that much.
Sex sells,
like
Decky.
it is out there.
Look,
And
if you're not gonna
you
buy
do a
our
lot of
game
fucking
because
too.
you don't like the cyberpunk world, then you're gonna buy it because there's tits everywhere, right?
Yeah, I was gonna say Aqua's probably just barely bought it while he's hear about that? I'm purchased.
Checked out. Okay, sick.
You don't even go and like find a hooker to hook up. Well, I mean, you definitely can. There's a lot of them. But I was on a mission and I was all like, I gotta go meet this person. I walk into this room and she's all like wearing nothing, and then boom, we fucked, and I was like, I didn't even sign up for this.
I saw a clip on your Twitch. You were just like this. Very graphic. Gay porn playing basically. And it looked like an awesome game, honestly. Yeah. So
Cyberpunk
this
is
game
like,
I'm gonna play on my own time.
It's like one of those bad porn ads that's like, this game will make you come.
Yeah.
You won't go 5 minutes.
Cyberpunk 2077, you won't last 5 minutes without coming.
Yeah, it's on the side of other websites.
Like terribly animated.
Yeah.
You will not last.
Some weird animation of like someone's balls or something.
Cool, can't wait to play it.
Yeah, great game. Great game. I can't wait.
Yeah. It's kind of like HBO, Game of Thrones. This is going to be really controversial, but I think Game of Thrones is the most overrated television show of all time. And they relied on
fuck you too, I guess.
copious amounts of violence, and this guy got his head smashed with a boulder, like our show. Look at this lesbian sex scene over here, and all these penises and titties and stuff over. You like this show? You're gonna come back. And the writing was just so dog shit. It started good. It started good.
You can't call the dog shit wrong.
I think
I mean,
it was
the writing was
incredible until the
writing
last
was
two
amazing.
seasons when they didn't have any source material left to write from, and then it became dog shit. I'll meet you halfway and say a third of it was dog shit.
There were too many characters to care about in any fathom.
That's just
That
because
made no sense.
brain.
You just look. You gotta watch it 3 times, and then you'll finally understand.
I am never watching it again.
Watch
It was a
season
decent
one.
show,
Watch
but people
season one
credit
like 3
it.
times.
Okay, so that show was hyped up like Cyberpunk, right? Similar vibe there. Also, lots of nudity in both. Another similarity. Okay? I'm not sure where I'm going with this, but
I don't
hang
know where
on.
you're
You don't
going.
like future cyberpunk. You don't like medieval stuff.
No, I do like
Just-
medieval stuff. That's why I watched it. I like the medieval fantasy stuff. I like that. But I didn't hate it. I liked Game of Thrones. It was fine, except for the
I am
end.
so
That sucked.
confused at what your opinion on this show was. I'm so.
It was a good show. It was decent. Okay? It was decent. But I don't think it deserves all the credit it got. It was so overhyped, in my opinion.
No, let's get this right. He did not watch it when it first came out because
Yes, it did.
he said that he didn't want to watch it because everyone liked it.
No.
Yes,
you're one of
that is
those
the
guys.
case.
No.
You can't have fun, Aqua.
No. That's not true. That's
Yes,
not
it
true.
is.
No. That is a misquote.
You definitely hipstered it, dude. You
I
definitely
may have
did.
said that as a joke, but that isn't actually my opinion. I probably said I don't understand why everyone likes it so much. I think it's not that great, which is true. That is my opinion.
You didn't watch it until you watched a little bit of it, but you didn't really watch it
All right.
until season 5 or something like that.
You guys, Lord of the Rings is the best ever. It's the only fantasy that ever warrant any
Oh
type.
my
Fuck
god.
this! I'm fucking out of here. Lord of the Rings are nothing. I'll come back.
I'll agree because, like, towards the end of Game of Thrones, everybody kind of just agreed that we're now Lord of the Rings fans again. Fuck I forget the two guys who wrote the end of Game of Thrones, the two brothers, but fuck them. They ruined it. We're all going back to Lord of the Rings. But I think you should like just give it another shot, man. I think if you just sat down and just gave the first season another try, now that the characters are kind of like in your mind and you can stay with it a little more, I think it'll grow on you.
Yeah, seasons 1 through 4 was amazing.
I think it would be the only fair thing to do, Aqua, would be to give it another go. I can tell you're not gonna, but you should.
Yeah, we'll see. No, I'm not watching that again. Just give me a good fantasy show, okay?
That's
okay.
That's okay. Game of Thrones.
It was good. Okay, it was good at first, but literally, I think they really just relied on shock value more than anything. They were like, "Oh, this character that you've gotten to know." There were so many characters that they could literally just kill them off, and that was like a big ooh and an ah, you know?
But that is
a pretty big ooh
most-
and all when the main
most
character
shows-
just gets fucking
most
hacked
shows
off, man.
are afraid to get rid of a likable character. And the fact that the show was able to like, this is a likable character, fucking gone.
Yeah, it was like, oh, you like this guy who's like all about righteousness and doing the right thing no matter what? Well, we're gonna just chop his fucking head off. So, good luck. Good luck enjoying that. That pissed me off, man.
Yeah.
That's why and every time you rewatch it, you're like, this time it's gonna be different. This
Okay,
time he's
like-
not gonna die.
What about when they killed Jon? All right, spoilers. What about when they killed Jon Snow, and then we're like, "Uh-oh, this was a big mistake," and brought him right back?
But they didn't. That they talked
Why
to
even
George, and he was like,
killed
"That's how
him?
it's gonna happen."
They killed him and brought him back the next episode.
Yeah,
For
but that's
that
the-
one little, he's dead. Everybody freak out all week.
No, that's the whole point, though. That was the story. The story is that people with
Fuck off. If you can kill people and then bring them right back, fuck you. That's some lazy ass bullshit writing, and I don't give a shit what anyone says.
I'm so
You're wrong.
I'm so
So anyway.
offended. I
wrong,
disagree.
You're wrong.
You could write anything in.
I don't want to be on this. I don't want to be
Okay,
on this
we're gonna kill
podcast
this guy.
anymore. I'm out.
It's gonna freak everyone out, and we're gonna bring him back in the next episode. Also,
Everybody
Winter
knew it
sure
was
came
gonna
and
stay
went.
dead, Aqua.
It was
Everyone knew it.
8 years of fucking buildup for winter is coming. Winter is coming. Everybody's saying that for
No,
8
we all
fucking
agree.
years.
We all agree on this.
We agree with
Winter
that, Aqua.
came and went.
Yeah, Aqua, we
so
agree.
fast.
We
The
all
last
agree
two-
on this.
The last 2 seasons was dog shit.
The
right?
whole
You can
the
say
show was set up that it would have to be like 20 seasons long.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. Everybody
There were
agrees.
so many characters, so many storylines, so many loose ends that made. Look at Bran's storyline. What
Bran's
the
was
Yeah,
fuck
terrible
was
at the
that?
end,
No, everybody
What in the
agrees. This nobody's.
Bran was terrible from the first second he showed up.
Yeah, no
Okay,
one's gonna
Braun,
so-
fight
on
you
the
on
other
that.
hand, that was my boy, dude.
Who?
Braun,
Yeah,
who I don't even remember who he was. He just wanted money.
the cutthroat.
Oh yeah,
dude,
that I like that
Yeah.
guy. Yeah, he was a good character. I thought it had its moments, but as a whole, you can't like give that show like it built up really well, okay, but it just fucked up so bad that you cannot credit it as a good show. You
You're wrong.
cannot. It's such a waste of your time.
And Lost was a terrible show.
Yeah.
Fuck. I thought you had him there, King.
Lost, and it was still good when I stopped watching it.
I never watched Lost. I never
Me
watched.
neither.
I was
never
glad,
watched
I
a
was
single
glad I
episode
didn't
of
hang out
Lost.
till the end.
Yeah, I never watched a single fucking episode of Lost, and everyone's like,
Well, like
"Dude,
first
you
3
gotta,
seasons and then, yeah.
you gotta watch Lost," and I'd just be like, "No, I don't." Oh, a plane crashes and we're on a mysterious island, and it's all a dream or some shit. I'm not. Wow.
Mm.
Yeah, but
All
just
right.
because an ending sucks doesn't mean that you discredit the first however many seasons.
I'm not discrediting it. I thought it was a fine show, but I knew it was going to end like shit. and I think that it has way much more credit. Sorry, I can't talk. It has way more credit than it deserves. That's my point.
I'll let you get away with that, but I'm still angry about it.
Yeah, were you a
Just
Breaking
let me
Bad
have-
boy?
Yeah, Breaking Bad was great through and through. That's a good show. That's a good show.
Okay.
Take notes.
Yeah. Okay.
Take notes, Game of Thrones.
right.
Take fucking notes. Okay.
I think if they took notes, we wouldn't have had such a shit ending to
Yeah.
the show.
Yeah.
A little bit late.
Yeah, but the ending left was because the two writers
Wanted to go do Star Wars.
wanted to go do a Star
and then
Wars
they didn't
deal.
even fucking do Star Wars. They
Right.
just-
HBO gave them an extra 4 seasons or whatever it was. They gave them 4 seasons to wrap up the show.
and they were like, "We'll
So
do it
they
in
could have
2."
done it, and they were like, "Nope, we're gonna do it in 2, and we're gonna make it shitty, and then we're gonna go to Star Wars." That they end up getting it canceled, the Star Wars deal.
Yeah.
So, and that's the whole thing. And that's the problem with like Hollywood or a lot of things. It's about money. It's about the next thing. It's not about making the show the best thing ever. Because they were like, we don't give a shit. Let's just wrap it up.
They made their money on that stupid show. Yeah, they didn't care.
Yeah.
That's too bad.
That's the first show that made me read a book. I'm gonna be honest. I was so angry at the ending of Game of Thrones that I was like, I'm gonna read the fucking book so I get a different ending when that last one comes out.
No.
Yeah,
It won't ever come out.
Yeah,
That
Spoiler, the
George
book will
R.R.
never come out.
Dude, the
Yeah,
funny
that guy
thing was,
cashed out too. He
like,
doesn't give a shit.
Game of Thrones ends, and I'm sitting there, like, I invited all my friends over. We all watched the ending together, and we're all sitting there like, what? and so like that night, I'm like laying in bed, just like staring at the ceiling, and I'm like, I don't accept it. And the next day, I fucking bought a Kindle. And I started like reading Game of Thrones. Like, it's the first thing that got me to read a fucking book. And since then, I guess I read books now. I don't know what happened to me. Fucking nerd, reading books.
A lot of time to read books. Maybe it's just because I'm stupid and I read real slow. Probably. Yeah.
It takes me
too.
a lot of time to. I'm actually getting. I used to see people like, yeah, I finished it in like 3 days, and I'd be like, oh, fuck you.
I'm finishing up chapter 1.
Yeah. They're like, oh, when did you start reading it? And I was like, oh, a couple weeks ago. And they're like, oh, yeah, I'm done with it already.
You know what's
Alright,
funny?
get fucked.
I can count on one hand all the books I've read in my entire life.
Yep, I was the same way. I don't know. You gotta really hate something to dedicate to reading books.
I read the first 3 Harry Potters, Holes,
I read Holes.
and,
I was like, yeah.
that's like
Yeah.
actually it. Yeah,
I think that was. I think everybody kind of was. Didn't everybody like? If you lived
maybe a
in the U.S.,
Goosebumps book.
you're like mandated to read Holes or something.
Probably. That was a good book, though.
No, I read that one on my own.
Oh.
But yeah, Holes was fucking. That was a
Holes
good
is
book,
good.
man.
Interesting.
You're supposed to read books in school,
yeah.
and
But you didn't.
Yeah, supposed
Because
to.
you read Cliff Notes.
So did you
Instead.
just skip?
between Cliff Notes and paying attention in class to the discussions on the books, you didn't have to read that fucking book.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. I agree. But I'm talking like dawn of the internet for having to read these books, man. Like I didn't have Cliff Notes in 2005. Maybe it was around, but
I was gonna say
You're younger than all of us, dude.
but
we had
Cliff
that
Notes
shit.
have been around.
what?
Spark Notes.
What were
Notes,
you
Cliff
doing
Notes,
back
whatever.
then?
When
Yeah.
you guys are in like elementary school, and the teacher is like, "We're all gonna read this book," and you're like, "Nah, I'm gonna boot it up on my Commodore 64 and fucking find the notes on it."
Like,
Like,
you go to like Barnes and Noble and you buy the Spark Notes or the Cliff Notes.
what? Huh?
Yeah, I just didn't.
They had books to recap
Just read
the
the
book.
fucking Goosebumps book, man. It's like 10 pages.
But like in elementary school, you don't have to read it. Like even if you
Oh, no,
flunk or
I'm
whatever,
pretty
you
sure
don't.
like,
I used to read a lot, so
I'm pretty
Like,
sure
I-
in like middle school I was being like mandated to read books.
yeah.
Pretty sure in like my English class we had to read like the Scarlet Pimpernel or whatever the fuck.
The Scarlet Letter, yeah.
Yeah, whatever the fuck.
And the
Reading
Crucible.
was the most bullshit
Yeah,
thing
the
in
Crucible.
world.
Oh god,
yeah.
oh, fuck.
fucking Crucible. Holy shit. Who wants to read that shit?
Also, The Giver. We had to read The Giver.
Giver, yeah.
No!
Oh, I just didn't read The Giver. I remember that.
I don't know
one.
how you guys worked your way. If I didn't read the book like in class and then answer the questions like at the end of class, you fail. So I don't.
Wait, you read during class?
Yeah, we'd have to read during class.
They wouldn't let us read. No, they would just give us a book and say, read this tonight and come back
maybe
tomorrow.
It's like a New York State thing, but they were like, okay,
I had to do that.
we're all gonna
Yeah.
read this book. You're all
What
gonna.
a waste of teachers' time.
Oh wait, you read in class?
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Like,
that's weird.
Why are
Yeah.
you paying a teacher to sit there and watch kids like read a book? Like teach the fucking class.
Dude, I think they were. Now that you guys say it, I'm starting to think my teacher was supposed to be teaching us something.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just had a shit teacher.
I'm starting to think my teacher was just like, just read the book.
Like
Here's some
in my classes,
questions.
you'd read at night, you'd read whatever, like 2 chapters or whatever, and then the
Yeah.
next day you'd come in, and the teacher would have to go like with the class discussion, talk about like the differences and the meaning of different things and why the person only shot 5 bullets rather than 6 because the 6th one was for himself and all this other bullshit.
What did the green light mean in The Great Gatsby?
Yeah,
I don't know. It was a green fucking light. Yeah. He installed the green light on his dock. I don't know. What do you?
I don't know. I didn't read it.
Did any of that help? Did any of that help me in life? Like,
Yeah. It's just teaching you how to read and read critically and stuff.
yeah. But
I spent so much time bullshitting my way through school.
Me
It
too.
took almost more effort to do that than to
I-
just do the work, I think.
I'm gonna be completely honest. After high school, I learned that you can just bullshit your way through school, and it like won't matter. It's like I went off to college, and I found out the teachers in my like the courses I was taking who didn't take attendance, and I just didn't go to class, and I would just like go online and bullshit all my homework assignments. I got a C. I got a degree on my wall right there that I got with a C, and any employer is gonna look at it just the same as like anyone else's.
It's true. It's absolutely true. They don't like I have one moment that was my claim to bullshit fame. I was in a psychology class. I completely forgot about the midterm paper. It completely slipped my mind. The midterm fucking paper. The one that if you don't do it,
grade.
yes. If you don't do it, you absolutely fail the class. You just straight up fail. At the beginning of class, my teacher no exceptions for a late paper, whatever. He made that super clear. Like we had months to write this thing.
Yeah.
And he went around the class and was like, all right, everyone, turn in your midterm paper. And I've never felt like just a drop in my body like that before. I was just like, oh, I just like went as pale as ZeChum
Like
right
actual
then.
nightmare feeling.
Yeah, no, like I almost like vomited. And I was sitting there and everyone was getting up and putting in their paper, yada,
Yeah.
and I just sat there, just cold, sweating, just so like, oh my God, I am not going to graduate on time. Like I'm going to need to redo this course. So what I did, I had my laptop with me because, a lot of kids took notes on their laptops
Right.
in class.
Right.
I opened that bitch up and I wrote my fucking paper during class. I wrote a like 6-page paper on and it was like supposed to like take a movie and analyze like the psychology of a character. I wrote, and there was a list of movies you could choose from. I saw Taxi Driver in like years earlier, and I barely remembered it. All I remembered was that he like started as a nice guy and like saw the city is fucked up, and then he went crazy and started killing bad guys and stuff, right? So that's all I knew, and I knew it was De Niro. So I wrote this fucking paper in class in 45 minutes, a 6-page paper. I just dumped that shit onto the page, and it was garbage. It was actually like really bad. And I went up to the teacher at the end of class and I was like, hey, I had a really fucked up day and I couldn't print this out. But look, I got my paper right here. Can I please just email this to you? And he was like, fine. And I did. Got a C+ on that paper.
Hell yeah.
I passed that class.
C's get degrees, man.
Yeah.
An A, a C, it's the same thing at the end of the day.
But goddamn, that I pulled some shit out there, man. That was oof.
Nice.
That's inspirational to all you, to all you slackers out there.
Not to make all the viewers and listeners think that the work they're doing in school isn't important or anything.
If you're under 18, don't watch this podcast.
I'll agree that like the stuff you do in high school probably helps you like build your developing mind.
High school is more important than college.
Yeah, but I think college was just like bullshit your way to that cool piece of paper.
College is all about learning how to live your life.
Yes,
is right.
Agreed.
And like, just to getting along enough to get the C and get the degree.
Yeah.
While learning how to live your life. That's what it's about.
It's about learning to be independent, manage your time, and like learn how to cooperate with other people in like a job setting.
Right.
That's more what college is for.
Colleges are first and foremost a business. Like they exist to
they
make
want
money.
to make money.
Yeah, don't be fooled that they're there for like the betterment of like students. They're there to make cash. All right. And like they'll let you try as many times as you want. You fail a class, it's like, oh, no worries. You can take it again next semester.
If you pay,
yeah.
Yeah, drop another $4,000 on one class.
College really like they'll let you try as many in like the real world. Like you fuck something up, you fucked it up. Like that's what matters. But in college, like, oh, you want to try again?
If you're in high school, try a little bit.
Yeah, try a little bit.
High school, especially like junior and senior year, try. Junior and half of senior year. Yeah.
Junior year, you try like crazy, and then senior year, once you're accepted into college, you just get ready for college.
Once I got accepted into college, I was like, what? Why should I even do anything? I just stopped doing anything. I was like, I'm already accepted into a school. Like, no matter what, I'm going to this school at the end of this year. So,
well, as long as you don't like fail, yeah.
I think even if I failed, I was still accepted into this college.
I think you really have to fuck up.
You have to really fuck up, but they can like remove it.
This guy at my girlfriend's school, high school, he had the same mindset, and she went to like a Christian school, like one of those like she went to it because it was a private school, but it also happened to be like a Catholic school or some shit. And on the very last day of it was like her senior year, one of the dudes got control of like the sound system, again, like a very like religious school. And they're doing like, end of the year, like walk up on stage, get your degree thing. The whole school's in their auditorium. The guy played like porn sound on like over the speakers in this like very, very religious school, and like absolute legend of a guy, but they failed his ass so hard. It was like the very last day. It was like, nothing can touch me, I'm going to college. They called his college. They were like, you can't let him come. He played porn over the loudspeakers.
Did he get in? Did the college let him in?
He didn't get in. No, he got completely denied.
Come on, don't be such a baby.
Yeah, it was bad, but like that guy lives on in legend, and like everyone, that was like 2012 or something.
Right,
Yeah,
he's flipping burgers at McDonald's, but hey, he's a legend.
I think it was worth it. That guy may have like
He's still thinking back to that, yeah.
Yeah, like people are still talking about it, man. That was like 8 years ago, and I'm still thinking about it. So
Man, that was awesome.
Gods, I was strong then.
I did real well in school, and then World of Warcraft came out, and I just
Oh my god, yeah, dude.
just like doing good, B's, A's, nothing.
It was
Dude.
it was Halo 3 for me, but I feel you guys.
World of Warcraft was so much worse though than Halo. Like Becky, you understand
Oh, I
we went
understand.
through, and I discovered that game between sophomore and junior year of high school. That game
bad time.
single-handedly fucked me. It really did. I went to a shitty school because of that game, and it's same as you. I had a whole segment about it in my New World video about MMOs and shit. Like, that was a true story. I really did. That game really fucked up my life a little bit. But I mean, I play games now.
I didn't go
so
to
it's
college
fine.
because of that game.
Yeah.
Like straight up.
Same with a friend of mine. He didn't go because of that game. He really didn't. But he's fine now. But still, like,
No. I mean, when I was in high school, though, I kind of knew that high school was like a joke. I mean, I was like an A student. I rarely had a B, but I never tried. And one time I was in AP English or something like that. We had to write a paper. I was a day late or whatever to write a paper. And the teacher's like, why didn't you hand it in yesterday? You're going to get like 10% off. And I was like, honestly, I'm writing paper because I used to work online for like writing.
Oh, you write other people's paper.
I'd write
type
other
thing?
people's papers for college,
Yeah.
essentially. And I was like, look, yesterday it was like near the big term of some tests for some people. I made like $400 writing papers for people yesterday. I don't give a shit about this. And he was like, okay, I'm okay with taking this a day late.
That's awesome.
yeah.
So I don't know. High school just sort of like, as long as you did well enough, you get into the school you want to get into.
Dude,
I mean, you can't fail classes in high school. Or
Our
or you
professional
can, but don't.
advice is fuck school and play video games.
Yeah.
no, but seriously, I think if you take our age bracket and look at those like in high school in 05, 06, I bet you there is a severe dip in performance worldwide because of World of fucking Warcraft.
100%, man.
Yeah, the SAT scores of that generation probably were severely impacted. Like seriously, like a dip in the intelligence of the world during that time.
A global brain drain right when it came out.
Yeah, just a dip in school like performance across the board.
Increases in like all these various vitamin D deficiency related illnesses.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, this year's going to be really weird too for people that are going to like college or near the end of their high school, like with a different learning perspective.
Messed up.
I just saw that compared to last year, like in the state of Texas alone, it was like last year like 12% of students were failing. This year it's like 46% of students are failing, which is like a massive change. This is a fucked year. Yeah.
Everyone's
Everyone's doing online school, but they're actually all able to just play World of Warcraft all day.
Exactly.
Yeah. I mean, Shadowlands came out. You know, what are you gonna do?
People do Shadowlands for like 2 weeks and they're done though. World of Warcraft was a goddamn lifestyle.
World of Warcraft is eternal.
Yeah, vanilla, classic, original WoW. Dude, that was your life.
That shit is unforgivable. Like you had to play that 20 hours a day.
It is insane. Like just to do one dungeon was a half-day activity.
Do you guys remember your like first like true online PC game addiction?
Online was World of Warcraft for me. Yeah, that was
World
it.
of Warcraft.
Modern Warfare 2. It's probably the first time that I really get into it.
I was RuneScape.
Oh,
we
That'll do it too.
Yeah, I think RuneScape for me was before World of Warcraft.
Oh,
I played Unreal Tournament on the PC a lot. Back in
Diablo
the old
2.
days.
Diablo 2 was mine.
Yeah.
That was before WoW. Yeah.
I was a RuneScape kid, which is funny because I fucking hate RuneScape now. I get no enjoyment out of it whatsoever.
I actually want to play old school RuneScape now.
Me too.
I
want to try.
I never got into it, but I want to like get into it.
I never even was like serious about it, but now I'll see like YouTube videos of people like scamming scammers in the duel arena, and I'm like, yeah, I'll watch this for 35 minutes.
I never played RuneScape, and I played it about a month ago.
Yeah, I was
never
gonna ask
touched
you.
it.
Yeah.
And I made a big deal. I was like, you know what? I want to be a RuneScape guy. I was like, that's a category I can excel in. Because, like, I don't have good reflexes. I can't compete, like,
yeah, it's all just like click.
I was all like,
click.
clicking and just investing a large amount of time into something, I can do that.
Yeah.
I made it like 45 minutes into the tutorial and I quit. It was so bad. It was god awful.
I think it was more about how cool it was that I could see my friend on the screen. It was more.
I think you gotta have the nostalgia factor to be able to do old school RuneScape, I feel like.
Yeah.
I mean, by all means, go ahead and try, guys, but whew, it did not work.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Hulk was like, my next 6 months of video ideas are gone!
No, I was just thinking about what you said, like, I can't compete in the shooting games and stuff. I was in the Tarkov Punisher tournament last night. I was tied for last place. Out of 100 people.
For a while there, I was watching Omid, and Omid was tied with you for a long time. You guys were both at like 6 kills for a while, and I was like, how could this be? Omid is like my Tarkov religion. I don't understand how this could be happening. And in the last like 45 minutes, Omid pulled off like an extra 10 points. It was fucking awesome.
Yeah.
And I went back to Aqua's channel, and I was like, I wonder how many Aqua's procured, how many points or kills Aqua's got. And that's all I'm gonna say about the rest of the story.
It's okay. I'm the people's Tarkov player.
Yeah.
That's what people were saying.
I like when
I had fun. I had a good time.
I like
Who
when
cares?
Pastilli added Aqua to the Punisher tournament and called him the comedic relief.
Yeah. Whatever. It's just kind of sad though that like I really couldn't do. I was last place.
I'm gonna be completely honest. That's why I didn't even try to apply for the Punisher tournament, because I knew that like no matter how decent I think I am at that game, I can't compete against
Those guys, yeah.
Against the Aidens and the Tylers of the
the
Tarkov world. I can't.
I didn't even really know labs very well. Like I barely know that map. I knew I was gonna do bad. I just went in there and just really got lit up, dude. It was really bad. Yeah, it was fun though.
I guess
I had one amazing kill. I put a whole magazine of a P90 into the back bumper of this SUV in the garage by accident, and like on my last 2 bullets that were in the mag, just as a reflex, I had already de-ADS'd because I was going to reload, and just as a reflex, I just clicked, just no scope, and like the last 2 bullets in the mag like flew through the windshield and like got the dude in the face.
Nice. Now he's gonna make a whole video about that kill.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, it's pretty funny.
I like community events like that so much. There's just some that I know that there's no way I can be competitive in whatsoever.
That's all right.
Yeah.
It's not for us. We're too old. We're just
aging.
like professional athletes. We're just
Yep.
not
Surprise.
valuable anymore in that way.
I tried to play Counter-Strike the other day.
Yeah.
I used to be so good in that game, and I'm starting to realize that I think I'm just like I'm just aging or something. Like I'm no longer even decent in that game whatsoever. I used to
That
be
game-
incredible.
Yeah. I'm still okay at that game.
I am not okay at that game anymore. I used to be real. I forget what the ranks were, but I was like two away from like the top like max rank and competitive in Counter-Strike.
Global elite master.
Now I'm like
Mhm.
I can't even compete against like bronze like 2s or 3s or whatever the fuck.
Yeah. It's the ranking system is fucked in that game. So don't feel too bad.
Well, the point I'm trying to make is like you guys, you don't think it's the listeners don't think it's coming, but it's coming. Like you're gonna
Yeah.
start
Oh, it's
getting bad
coming.
at games.
Yep.
It's coming.
Real
Like
bad.
you don't think of yourself as somebody who's like aging and getting worse at stuff, but you're getting worse at stuff. I'm getting a lot worse at Counter-Strike.
You know what's really bad is when you weren't even that good at games to begin with.
Yeah, I was never
Things
that
get
good.
real bad.
True.
Now it's
Yeah.
just tanking.
Like, God, man, why can't like boring games like Civilization be more popular on Twitch?
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
Or
so
like-
so anyways, please come to my Twitch stream.
Yeah. Dude, I'll be streaming Civ day and night, baby. Yeah, but seriously, kids want that flashy, like FPS, like shit with
I'd be playing
360 no
playing
scopes.
Sim City on my NES.
Yeah. We just can't compete. Us old guys, old dogs, we just don't have it in us.
That's not
Like,
saying I'm not
people
still gonna
in
play
Rust-
those games, right? Like I'm
Oh,
still
yeah,
gonna
they're
play
fun.
Rust and I'm still gonna play Tarkov, but
Just don't expect anything from us. You know? Like the people who jump in Rust, they jump to shoot the bow. Are you fucking kidding me? Like when did that come in
they
style?
have to like
No one did
like,
that.
They have to click on like the perfect frame to like shoot the bow and
Oh
like
my
shoot
God.
the arrow off on their jump.
Ah! Amount of time, and you don't even get to aim. You have to like literally just like eyeball the center of your screen like a fucking cyborg to hit those shots.
So Aqua and Pastilia and I were playing Rust. We were streaming Rust a few days ago, and we were getting fucking destroyed by this kid to a point that it wasn't even fair. We were getting absolutely decimated by this guy who was he couldn't have been older than like 13 or 14, and his skills in this game were like,
Don't say his name.
I won't.
It will
but
not be spoken.
He was. I felt so dehumanized. I have never been just defeated by a child more than I have ever been.
The trash talking as well.
He was so mean, and there was nothing
was
I could
so
do.
mean.
There was completely like
It was literally like that scene in Step Brothers where they get beat up by all the kids and they make
Yes.
them lick the white dog poo. It was like that.
that,
And,
that
like
kid
us
made us
old
eat
guys,
dog shit. There was nothing that could be done.
and he was so mean.
And I couldn't even blame it on him like hacking or cheating, because he was live streaming it. He was live streaming him just like completely decimating us.
Aiden.
That fucking
Aiden.
kid.
He's so toxic.
And
He's
he
so
was
good too.
Dude, if he was just like nice to us after just like completely eviscerating, like decimating us, if he was nice, I'd be like, good on you, kid. That was good. You're a good player. But he was so mean to us.
Yeah.
It's not our world anymore.
We were taking like alternate routes in and out of our base, like the long way to avoid him.
We
He
would
was
hear
like,
gunfire, and usually we'd be like, let's go fight that. And it turned into just like,
no,
get me the fuck out of here. Like,
No,
go the
let's
other
just
way.
stay inside.
It ruined that Rust server. We left that Rust server because of him, honestly.
Just because of him, yeah.
We actually left that Rust server because I just couldn't compete.
It's very sad.
That happens in Rust though. That's that game.
Honestly,
Sometimes you got to server hop because
that's
you
the
have bad
first
luck
time
or
I've ever
whatever.
had to server hop, and it just completely dehumanized by it.
That's become the goal of Rust now, for one group or one person to just ruin the server for everyone else. That's what everyone's trying to do now.
Do you remember the HGN creator server?
Yeah.
How like
God.
it was
Yeah.
like a bunch of creators come together and just like have a fun time on a server, and there were still groups of people who like
Tried to ruin it for
just
everyone.
wanted to
People still had that mentality. That's so annoying.
It was like very few teams of people though. I think HGN did an awesome job on that creator server. I had a blast.
Yeah.
It's just unfortunate that there was like a small group of people who still played it like it was just fucking stomp everybody out, kill them all, like end the server on day 2.
Yeah, like people were making like, swimming pools and art galleries, the church and all that, and they were just like raiding that shit.
Which I get it. That's part of the game. That things like that you still should have to like contend with like your church getting raided. It's kind of funny. But not to the point that like these guys were doing it. It was like scorched earth. Like fuck you.
That was me back on DayZ mod. Back in like 2012, 13. I'd play on these community servers and I'd get some major beef with dudes, and then I'd be like, we're just gonna shut this shit down.
Do this, dude.
And I would just spend 6 hours camping outside of their base. Just 6 hours, like a kilometer away, just waiting. I'd watch Netflix all day. And then they open that door, I shoot them, and I go inside, put all their shit on the goddamn floor, fucking just ruin it. And then like you do 2 of those clans, and like half the server population drops, and then you just finish it off.
Yeah.
But I was a terrible man. I would just spend all day just camping one thing just to ruin it for one dude. I was a very angry person back then.
Yeah,
very angry.
Thinking back, DayZ mod was probably what World of Warcraft was for you guys for high school. For me, I spent a lot of time staying up. Sometimes I just wouldn't go to school the next day because I'd still be sitting outside these guys' door, just like waiting for it to open so I could spray it with like the machine gun on top of the SUV that you can just like mow down. I just sit there for a whole night just waiting for it to open.
So stupid.
those were real gamer hours.
Talk about such a boring, terrible game, but I loved it. Yeah.
It's still the same, too. That's the thing.
Hasn't changed. Yeah,
hasn't changed one bit.
You gotta make your own fun. I like games. I like games where you have to make your own fun.
Mm-hmm.
Those are the best games.
DayZ has a certain charm to it. It really does.
Miserable charm, but yeah.
Yeah. Hey, thanks for watching this episode of The Hole, or The Gamer Hole, whatever you want to call it. Appreciate you hanging out. Big thank you to ZeChum for joining the gang. Thank you to Kings and Decky as always. Starting now, we're going to be uploading more. Some shorter episodes. It's a different format, but I think you guys are going to like it. We think you guys are going to like it. As always, thank you to our patrons for supporting us. Yeah.
Thanks, guys. Had a blast. Looking forward to it.
So glad to have ZeChum here. Thanks for being here, ZeChum.
Anytime.
Thank you so much for watching The Gamer Hole. Just a quick reminder, if you want to see some exclusive episodes, as well as behind the scenes and uncut versions of the episodes you see here on YouTube, or if you just want to support The Gamer Hole, check us out on Patreon. It's linked in the description below. You get all kinds of fun little perks in there. So thanks again, and we'll see you in the next episode of The Gamer Hole.